Like, don't do that again. Because my face was like weird color when I came up. I pushed it hard because I wanted to set the bar where there was nowhere he could touch it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Case of the Mondays podcast. A little bit about faith, a little bit about family, and an awful lot of random. I'm back. I'm your host, Luke, joined by my... I forgot to look up another one again. I'll just say co-host, TJ.
Hi.
Lucas.
Hello.
And on the camera, big time, Brandon, the producer. Young Jamie, as Joe
back.
Rogan would say.
He's here.
Yeah, we're just steadily
Four
improving.
potties.
We're here, not potties.
Pod-ease.
Like buddies, but with P-O.
We'll just pod people who pod.
Podders.
Podders.
Podders, not potters, but podders.
Yeah, not potties, but poddies.
Yeah, okay, deal. We're the four potties.
Better than a popper?
Better than a popper.
Yeah.
Jalapeno
P-A-U?
popper. Yeah,
P-A-U,
not
P-A-R?
P-A-P.
Popper.
Pauper.
Popper. Yeah, anyway, well, we're back. I'm back. These guys were here last week. But before we get going, just to remind you, the Case of the Mondays podcast brought to you by the Lighthouse Companies, real estate, insurance, financial planning. If you got it, we got it.
I don't know about that.
If you want it, we got it, as long as it's in that. And, yeah, but we made it. How's everybody? How was the weekends for all you guys? I guess all of last week, too. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah.
Success.
Success.
Oh, yeah.
Success.
A
We made-
successful weekend,
We
huh?
made it through the weekend and back to work.
What
My
happened?
family was all sick this weekend, so our weekend wasn't the most eventful. Lots of the older Wes and Will were at Nina and Pop's, and Drew was sick and Jenny was sick, so we just kind of hung out. Picked Drew up from camp this weekend. Great success there. Yeah, this weekend was pretty uneventful for our family. Got a lot of laundry done, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say great success in Borat's?
I was
Great
thinking-
success.
I was thinking that same thing. I was like, great success.
Great success.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Lucas?
Oh, man. We had an eventful
Not.
weekend. Yeah. Yeah. Not what?
I just said not
Is that from Borat,
That's what
too?
he
Yeah,
says
it
not.
is not.
When you start
That
talking,
suit
he
is
says
black knot.
your suit is not black.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry. Your weekend was not successful.
Well,
What
it
was
ended
eventful?
well. Oh, well, Friday night we ended up in the ER with Cameron,
jeez.
old Cam dog, 2.5-year-old twin that we have. He's allergic to stuff. Primarily what we thought was tree nuts and nuts and all the nuts, candies and nuts. No, like peanuts and cashews and almonds and all that stuff. But we had homemade ice cream. And so so anytime he gets in contact with something, like he'll get hives and he'll throw up typically, and we'll give him some Zyrtec and he'll just calm down and everything will be fine. But this time we had homemade ice cream. Poor guy had been begging for ice cream. He said, as we were making it, he's like, I want ice cream. And so he had been waiting patiently and got his ice cream, and then like probably 5 minutes in just throws up. We're like,
Just
what?
regular vanilla.
Vanilla homemade ice cream.
Really?
And so we're like, that's weird. I mean, and so, but we, he started to break out with hives, and we gave him some Zyrtec pretty quickly, but this time he just kept kind of hacking, like coughing. We're like, that's not normal. So Bailey and I are watching him, and starts to get red in the face, and like starts to not be able to breathe well, and then like pretty quickly is like passing out, like getting to the stage of passing out. And so in the meantime, we'd run and got we have an EpiPen, and we're like, we don't know what it is, but we ended up, he was gasping for air. So, I mean, Bailey gets the EpiPen and jabs his leg. And I mean, immediately he I'm sure the pain is part of it, but he just starts screaming. And like, obviously if they're screaming, they're breathing. And so that's a good thing. And he's naked at the time because we're potty training, and so all this is. I grab a blanket, wrap him in a blanket. I don't have shoes on. We get in the car. I call 911. We're driving to St. Mary's, which we don't live far from the hospital, so we're driving to the hospital. Put the hazards on. The lady on 911's like, "You have to obey all traffic laws," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, for sure
You don't
thing."
obey traffic laws even when it's an emergency.
Right, that's probably true.
We're
I do.
justified now.
Yeah. So we get there pretty quickly. We get in the hospital. By that time, he's coming back around, and we were in there for 2.5 hours. By the end of it, he's fine and playing on my phone and watching a little movie on my phone, and pulling the little things that they stick on you off, and just normal. I mean, so
It's crazy.
yeah, EpiPens are great because I mean it happens quick. We've not had one like that, which he's had reactions, but we've not had one to that extent. And so if you don't have those, it's scary. But it has made us kind of it's scary because like we had crab and we did a crab and a shrimp boil Saturday night. Very good. But in the back of your mind, it's like, well, I don't want to let him have any because it's like things
We didn't
like
let
that.
ours have our allergic kids. We didn't let them have any.
Just in
shellfish
case.
and seafood.
Just in case, yeah. But yeah, all's well that ends well. I guess we learned some stuff. I feel like since we started this podcast, I've had traumatic experiences with my kids.
You can have eventful weekends.
I'm just doing it for content. I mean, really, it's just for content.
Yeah.
You've yet to say this weekend was kind of bleh.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, that was fun. Not really, but it was okay. It was scary, but we've had a lot of stuff with them. Early on they were in the hospital with RSV for 3 weeks, and like when they were 6 weeks old, and so he felt comfortable there. It seemed like he wasn't.
He's used to it.
Yeah, he acted well. I mean, he acted fine. But yeah, and then we played in the Stanley Cup golf tournament this weekend. Drew Van Ness and Jeff Mullen and I. Drew and Jeff took y'all's place, and it was a lot of fun. We played really, really well, really too good on Saturday to where we ended up in the bottom of the championship flight, which should never happen. But we shot 11 under and
Swimming in deep water.
Yeah,
we were
you were
swimming
in
in deep.
elite company.
We were, and we played like it the next day. So we showed up in the I guess the nerves got to us. I don't know. We shot 11 under Saturday and then 2 under on Sunday.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. It was fun. But yeah, that was my weekend.
Nice. I saw a golf meme the other day that said something about the confusing because I can go from being better than you think I am to worse than you think I am in the same day.
Yeah. Well, the team we played with on Sunday, they were good golfers, like young guys, but I don't know if they played in college or what, but they were good golfers. And we got there and they asked us how we should. And their shirts are all tucked in. They look like golfers. We get there, our shirts are untucked, and we just look like about 3 dads that are out there, that age person. And they're like, what'd you shoot? We shot 11, and they kind of look surprised a little bit, but then they saw us play. It's like, dude, these guys had to have
She
cheated.
said, trust me, we're just as surprised as you.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. What about you, Brandon?
Well, to follow that up, we went to Conway Friday night. Just go eat and go to Target. That's a popular place for the wives to go and enjoy.
We've been to every Target in every city in America that we've ever visited.
If there's a Target, we've seen it.
Yes. If we go to a city with a Target, we've been there.
Yeah, so we did that, and then we got some paint samples for our shed, getting a little bit closer on that.
Yeah, dude.
you know. Put up a little pool, one of those inflatable pools in the backyard, just to kind of hang out in the water. But we had a non-eventful weekend besides that, So
Nice. That's good to have that's good. Well, I'll just go all the way back to Monday. So I was gone all last week with the youth mission trip from our church. So every summer they take a trip. Really, at this point, it's either Norman, Oklahoma or Columbus, Ohio. We've just got some good some connections and partners there that we're working with. And so it's honestly helpful to be able to go back to the same places where you know people, where you're kind of working in the same areas and seeing progress as these churches grow. And So kind of the main thing we were doing. So I was driving one of the buses. There was, I guess, 5 or 6 adults, and then 70 something kids from 8th to 12th grade. Completed 8th to 12th grade, I guess, or completed 7th. I don't know exactly the ages, but high school age kids. And
that's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. And so, I mean, really the main thing we were doing throughout the day, we had 3 different sites, 3 different like neighborhoods that we were doing these sports camps. So in the weeks leading up, the church there was doing some, promotions, handing out flyers, inviting kids to this sports camp that we were doing. And so at each spot, we'd do like soccer, football, basketball, and cheer. And so our kids were just prepared to kind of run that, do some drills, that kind of thing. And then about halfway through, we'd have a snack and teach a Bible story. Just really, obviously you're teaching kids about Jesus, but kind of the secondary goal in that is getting those families plugged in with that church that's in that area that's trying to grow and reach those areas. So that was awesome. Good time. Everything went really well. I was super, super impressed with our kids, just kind of how I think high school kids, even in my own mind, get a bad rep about just how high school kids are.
Is that because of how you are?
Probably a lot of it because of how I was.
For sure.
And really me and all my friends.
Yeah, not just you.
Yeah, and so I assume that all young high school boys / young men are the same as I was, and they are in certain ways, but at the same time, I was impressed that when it was time to be serious and get to work, they
could do it. That's
and
cool.
then when it was time to just hang out, they were good at hanging out too. But so yesterday, we did all that. We got to go do the fun day. We got to go to like downtown Oklahoma City. They have this whitewater park that they've built that's like man-made whitewater rapids, and that's where like the Olympic team trains. When they have the Summer Olympics in the U.S. coming up, that's where they're doing it. Is like that's where they'll do the competition and all that. So that was super cool, very fun, pretty intense, which is fun. And then 2 of the other days, just working on, and this was kind of Dusty had asked a question of like, what was the most fun, and kind of like a debriefing. What was the most fun you had, and what was like something you learned, biggest takeaway? Most fun was definitely the whitewater deal. It was very, very cool.
Is that expensive? Do you know?
It was like, we went after 5, like in the afternoon.
Twilight
evening.
hours.
Yeah. And it was like $25 a person. Oh. So it's not crazy.
Just like one trip, or do you get to
You do 2 late in the afternoon like that, you do 2 rounds. But I think if you go during the day, it's like $50 and you can do it as many times as you want.
Is there an age that you would say don't do it? I think you
got to be 8.
8?
8 and be able to swim.
Oh,
good.
Cool.
Is it like a gigantic
even though you
jacuzzi?
have a life jacket and everything, they still want you to be old enough to be able to handle it if you fall out.
Cool.
Which a lot of our kids fell out. There was one spot where there's 6 people in a boat and the guide, like 6 in the guide, and they went through the last little rapid, and there was 1 person in the guide.
Oh, really?
You see paddles and feet just like floating down the water.
Canoes or rafts?
Rafts, like whitewater rafts.
Like in the water, are they scared? Like, is it enough to be scared, or?
Well, I mean, I think you probably are. Like, it's not at the very end. It's deep enough where you can't touch. But everywhere else, like, once you get out of the like class 4 rapid, you just put your feet down and
it's just like a gigantic jacuzzi tub, right? Like with
it's like
air
a
blowers.
Huge. Well, yeah, kind of. It's like they've got water just pouring down this massive hill. It's like a big circle, and then they've got these big. They're plastic. I don't know what's inside of them. I guess that are like simulations of rocks, and they can move them around to change the rapids and stuff.
So it's like a lazy river, massive.
Yeah, like a not lazy river.
Yeah. Or hyper river.
Yeah. So it was cool. So you do that raft, and then over on the other side, there's a spot that's a little bit lazier that you have like a big circle tube, and you can just go down without a guide and stuff, which is cool.
That's fun.
But yeah, so that was the most fun. And then the biggest probably takeaway, and this will also add as my like, what are you learning? I think, so 2 of the afternoons, one of them we went to like a mosque, and then the other one we went to like a LDS church, and it was just like a question and answer, kind of learning what they believe in, with the idea of like, our kids need to know what other people believe. So if you ever encounter those folks, you know, like, you can have a conversation. When it comes to evangelism, you know where they're coming from, that kind of thing. And just in both of those, like, there's so much that's very similar.
Yeah.
Like, especially at the mosque, the guy, I guess he's called an imam, was just like explaining all these things that they believe. And like, I would say 90% of everything he was saying, it's like, I totally agree with that. And then we get to, but what do you believe about Jesus? And then that's like, unfortunately for them, that's the main part, is the
stumbling
part
block.
that the most important part of the whole thing is the part that they don't believe. And so that was hard. And so I just, the thought that kept coming up while I was driving back really on Saturday was just like, do not be deceived. Because these folks, like, they are taking, even there's a lot of stuff that they back up with biblical scripture, but it's like out of context and has been twisted by the enemy, who is the deceiver, the king of lies. And it's just like so many, over and over, I just kept coming back to that, like, do not be deceived. And so I Googled it, and I don't know how, this is what Google says, that not necessarily that phrase, but that idea of like not being fooled, not being deceived, being watchful, that kind of thing, is like, there's 52 different times in the Bible that you're commanded to, like, do not be deceived. And so it was just like, they believe with all of their heart that they're right, but it's just like they have been deceived. And so, don't be deceived.
Don't be deceived. That's where it all started.
That was my main takeaway from the whole thing. Do not be deceived.
That's good.
Yeah.
So be diligent.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a really, really good time. I was very glad to be done staying up till 11:30 midnight and sleeping on the air mattress.
Yeah.
After a week of that, it was
a long trip. You were gone for a long time.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
Was it Sunday to Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of late nights and kids yelling. So, yeah, fun times.
Man.
Sweet. But let's, moving on.
Do we need to touch base on anything from the podcast last week?
I don't think so. I think everyone knows what the truth is. Do not be deceived, as I
what
said
is the
earlier.
truth? No, what is the truth?
I mean, if there happened to be a race that happened, I think we all know who the winner would be.
Well, Brandon and I have been working on a little segment that we hadn't told you guys about, so we're gonna.
I was hoping you were gonna bring that up.
I love a new segment.
Yeah, we're a little segment between brothers here. We just want to throw out a few different things.
This will be fun. Yeah, this will be fun.
We just want to get your true opinions on a few different things. We're gonna give you some different scenarios, and you just tell us
What's the title of this segment?
is
Have you
better.
come up with a catchy title?
Brotherly love. We'll do that.
There's a
Philadelphia.
proverb about not stirring up trouble. So.
Oh, you know, when you're on a podcast, it doesn't matter.
As long as the heart of it is fun.
That's right. Brandon, let's see what. Let me get this out here.
This is exciting.
Yeah, this would be good.
Like I said, we kind of compiled a list of a few things that we just want to ask you and get your idea on which one of you guys would do it better.
Oh, nice.
Is this a blind thing, or is this? Do you think we'll both say?
No, we
like the newly
harbor a little argument would be nice.
Okay. So you don't want us to agree? We can handle that.
I mean, you can agree. Like, be truthful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
What if we just really just wreck the whole thing and we're just like, yeah, you're right.
Oh, that'd be great. Be great.
Luke is.
So going back to the last podcast, I think we do need to touch base on where this stems from if you didn't listen. Luke wasn't here to defend himself. Something came up with running speed. And Brandon and I kind of thought that Luke would be faster than TJ, but TJ definitely disagrees.
I think
Short
what actually
distance?
was said, I've only listened to it one time, but I think was said,
Baseline
Luke
to baseline,
is
I got him.
faster, can run faster and further than you, is what was said. And you said, he can definitely run further than me, but not faster.
Yeah. So
To which I
Baseline to
immediately
baseline, I got him.
texted, I can 1,000% run faster than
got
you.
him.
And then like 2 seconds after I texted y'all that, Lucas said, as soon as he hears this, he's going to send us a text about this.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. And I was like, yep, you
I
were
sure
right.
did. Yep. Okay. So here we go. I'm just gonna pick through a list here. Throwing a baseball. Who can throw a baseball faster?
Oh,
Me.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'm not a great thrower.
Who can throw? Okay. Well, then that probably answers this one too. Who can throw a football further?
Me.
He's big.
Just leverage.
He's
Okay.
a big guy.
That's why I think I have the advantage in a short run too. My legs are twice as long as it. My stride is longer than his.
Okay.
You're right. We talked about basketball court, but he also said 40-yard dash,
40's a long,
which is a
that's
long ways.
I might get tired by the 30-yard. We got to go.
You get tired by the 20-yard.
And not to, I don't want any of this to be misconstrued. Both of you guys are athletic folks, so I'm not. Well, you're athletic. You're athletic. You played
I
sports.
definitely am.
Yeah, Luke is, and he knows it. So, but it's just funny between two brothers. Okay, so what about better skier?
me.
I think we're probably close to the same.
Okay.
I think you probably
I have
you
more
probably have an
experience.
edge.
I have more experience.
I think
skiing.
if there was you know how they do the tail of the tape and it'll be like very close and it'll like give the edge to one. You probably have the edge on that, but I can keep up.
I have successfully skied an entire almost 2 miles holding a child. Not that
I've
but
never
that,
had
That's
to
a
do
life experience that you just can't. That's dad strong. You know. Never had more lower back pain the next day than holding a child.
What about more free throws in 1 minute?
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know.
I'll take that one.
I've never been real good at shooting free throws. I'm kind of
Do
like
you have to
Shaq.
get your own rebound?
No, we'll say no.
Well,
Y'all rebound for each other.
if you got to get your own
in
rebound,
a minute?
I'm
Let's
winning
just say
for sure.
most free throws out of 10. I would probably say me as well.
How many would you make?
Probably 5, maybe. Cold? I don't know.
You
5's
warm
a
up.
little ambitious.
Man, we're gonna have to start actually videoing these competitions.
I don't know about cold. We'll see. Free throws are not my jam.
Okay. So did you say him or did you say you?
I'll give it to him. Let's do
Okay.
that.
All right,
Thanks.
you're so nice.
Thanks.
That would be worth
Yeah,
That
I
would be
don't know.
worth it.
I mean, it depends on the day for me. Some days I'm just on fire. Other days,
It happens. Who's the better singer?
me for sure.
For sure.
Okay.
him.
Okay. Better at guitar.
Him.
Probably me.
Man, y'all too nice. Who can hold their breath the longest?
Me.
Probably him.
Me.
I can barely walk upstairs without getting out of breath. By the time we walk up to lunch here in a little bit, I'll be winded.
There was a time we were doing a breath holding deal in Dad's pool. I think me and Casey we were either married or we were like in the process. And I held it for I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like, I was very proud of it. Like it was a long time.
and you're in triple the
And
shape
she
you're
said,
in.
like, don't do that again. Because my face was like weird color when I came up. I pushed it hard because I wanted to set the bar where there was nowhere he could touch it.
Yeah.
Your VO2 max.
Oh,
is
so y'all
Like,
done it.
I'll die before I let you beat me.
Y'all
Give me a
fine.
rock to hold so I can't come up.
Who is better at? You got cornhole down here, but I like the bago. Who's
Oh,
better
yeah,
bago?
Bago.
Who calls it cornhole?
Nobody.
Yeah, I think Bago.
toss-up.
Yeah, I don't know. Depending on the day.
We've done a lot of that, either on the same teams and opposite teams, and I feel like it probably won't.
Y'all make a good team. How about that?
Probably.
I think so.
Formidable
We could do
team.
that.
Yeah, I
could
think
do
we
that.
could probably run the table pretty well.
Okay.
Especially against our children. We can
Oh,
smoke those
nice.
kids.
Especially against Wes Akers. He's probably the worst Bago player I've
You
ever
think
met.
Wes is? Shout out.
He
Is that a
I
shot?
would double
well,
down on
he
that. I don't
thinks
think
he's
very
really,
good
really
either.
good at it,
Uh-huh.
but he's not.
You're just not.
That was just really to get him fired up.
Okay.
Because he'll probably
He'll text you.
same
after he
thing.
sees-
Yeah, at 2 seconds from now, I'll get a text that he's saying whatever. We'll see or something like that.
Well, okay. Final one. build and throw a paper airplane further?
Oh,
got
I've
it.
never been able to do. I was thinking about that the other day. I don't think I've ever had a successful paper airplane.
So
I get
you'll
that.
take that.
I could probably set records in airplane folded.
I don't know that I always. It
It's been
seems so simple, but maybe it's that the actual throw. I could never get one. to
Spent a
actually
lot of
fly.
my childhood around pressmen.
Oh, that's
People
true.
that ran printing presses.
Yeah.
And I think when you run a press, you sit
Paper
around
experts.
paper experts. And so I've been classically trained by some of the best.
You need to text your dad and ask him what would be the proper paper for a
Oh,
good
yeah.
paper airplane.
I
Because
think, I think standard
20
20
pound gloss.
pound
20 pound
20
gloss.
pound gloss text.
you gotta have a lot of drag.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I'm gonna make one
You
right
don't
now.
think cardstock would work good?
I don't know. The coefficient is not good. You know, the coefficient of coefficients.
Yeah.
Okay.
coefficient of coefficient. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, yeah.
That was fun. That was unexpected, really.
I like that.
Yeah. I thought you'd argue a little bit more, but
Well, you
I
might.
just know the truth.
I'm trying to think of.
What if
We don't really tie up over much anymore.
And I'm not great at a lot of stuff. I feel like I'm serviceable at many things.
that's my life. I'm
Yeah.
not good at anything. I'm okay with a lot
He's
of
better at
things.
Call of Duty.
Well, let's
Call of
not
Duty.
get
He's better
that
at
started.
NCAA football.
Me. Whatever.
Okay.
Dude. Whatever.
I'll beat you right now.
Oh my
See?
goodness.
There you go.
NCAA
You gotta get
football.
the
was
right
telling
stuff.
you yesterday.
Yeah,
I
we
was
should have
just-
asked you.
I was just telling you yesterday. Deacon needs a Xbox soon.
Yeah. You need to get it when that Lord of the Rings game comes out. 'Cause I'm about to stay up all night. I haven't
that's
played
The problem is.
a video game like that in a long time, but I'm gonna play that one.
Yeah.
we should have asked them 5 things you're better at than your brother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can you name 2 things that you're better at than your brother, Luke?
Public speaking
True.
Okay. Well,
and running
okay.
faster and farther.
I'm better at reaching things that are.
Reaching things without needing a stool.
Yeah. I don't have stools at my house. Reading books.
Ooh.
You're better at reading books? I mean, you may be a better reader than me, probably.
No, I tell you one thing I did learn last night. I had all the boys back, and we were reading The Hobbit. Again, if you're a long-time listener, you realize it's the longest it's ever taken anybody to read a book. But I do not like reading out loud. I
don't.
hate
It hurts my voice.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I stumble over words. I have to go reread stuff because it doesn't make sense to me. And I'm asking, hey, y'all listening? I'm like, no, what's happening? And they got to go read it again.
You should just let Schmiegel read
I don't
it.
like the way they recorded him either. He's too hot, cold on his volume.
Dude,
It's hard to
it's-
understand because he's British.
Yeah, I like it.
It's just, but just so you know, this is the.
Well, you like a stud.
Why would you
nose?
ever record anything in a British voice?
Because it sounds like.
But how many people live in England?
A bunch.
But not how many people live in the U.S. Like your audience is mostly going to be U.S.
Yeah,
Well, I think
guess
he
it's
got the
probably
nod
those are
because he was in the movie.
Yeah, and Tolkien was a Brit.
But it's hard to. I agree. It's hard to understand.
I kind of
But
like
that is a cool theatric version, but I've read the book. I understand the kids get lost when he reads.
Yep.
Andy
And
Serkis.
he says, my precious.
Well,
But hey, we got to the dragon.
Oh yeah.
This is the good spot. Now they're like, hey, let's read another chapter. It's like, bro,
You say,
I am
sorry,
toast.
it's 11
I'm
o'clock.
not reading. It was 11 o'clock. No,
Yeah.
it's 10 o'clock. I
Nice.
was like, I'm not reading another chapter.
Nice. Well, now that we're done with the brotherly competition, what day is it? I was gonna say what days of the week, but that's not what it is. It's what day is it?
Today's National Days. What is today? I guess
Today
it's
is the
today.
29th.
Normally it says
The 2-9.
Yep.
Monday 2-9.
today is National Camera Day. Shout out to our cameras. We
Yep.
got a new camera pointed at Brandon. Brandon waved to the camera.
Hey Brandon.
There's Brandon on camera day. A camera is an irreplaceable tool used to record and replicate memories, events, people, and places.
They
What do
say
you-
irreplaceable.
No, it is a irreplaceable. Yeah,
Yeah, you did
they're
say
confident.
Well, I think all of these cameras could be replaced.
think about life before cameras, first of all, and second of all, the people that think that cameras steal your soul. Like, what's behind that?
Oh yeah.
I think that was just like a
I don't know.
aboriginal thing.
But I did know. I learned.
I think-
this was. I think I probably knew it, but I was reminded of it not too long ago. You know, like all the super old pictures, and people are just. They always look like they're in a bad mood.
yeah,
It was like it took so long for your picture to like, however cameras work, it took so long for it to like do the exposure and everything. You couldn't hold a smile that long.
So that's why
So they were like, "Don't smile. Just look
neutral
at the
face.
Just look at the camera. Don't smile."
Yeah.
Because it took too long to, and you weren't supposed, like, if you moved, it messed it up.
So you kind of look at that generation as being very grumpy, and in fact, they're probably a lot happier than we
they
are.
were
They
grumpy.
actually saw things in color too.
They were grumpy, and all their clothes were brown. Nobody wore any colorful clothes. I think about that when you see like a black and white movie.
It's like, man, what a dull
It's like,
life.
why did nobody wear colors?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for cameras and family photos and stuff. We look through our camera roll quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
If it wasn't for that, dude, I wouldn't remember anything.
Yeah.
I would say they've probably been pretty replaced by the cell phone. I mean, you've got a camera
Yeah.
on the cell phone, but besides,
If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't
certain
own
areas,
a camera.
yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have a camera.
Yeah,
at all.
don't-
Shout out Aura Frames.
They're cool.
Aura.com/Mondays
We're
for
not
20% off.
non-spawn.
If you want to get in your feels as a man, you pull up your Apple iPhone and do one of those generated videos
yeah.
where they put music to
I
it.
know.
And it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I know. But we got
I never know which kid I'm looking at.
We got our mom one of those Aura frames, which is like the one where it's like a digital picture frame and you upload the pictures to it, you know? And I think that's her favorite thing we've ever gotten her.
I called her last week. What are you doing? I'm watching the picture
Yeah,
frame.
she just sits there and watches the pictures go by.
I could see your mom doing that.
Oh yeah, her
she
and
really
my
really-
grandma will just sit and watch.
And because you can
pictures.
upload it, it's like
And
a
if
shared
it's like
album.
a live, yeah, like and then like a live photo, you know, it'll like do
play
the
it.
live.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty fun. So like Casey, I don't ever do it, but
I don't know how to
Casey
do it.
will
She's good about doing it.
upload. It's like an app, and so the app on our phone is connected to the frame, so you can take a picture and put it on there, and then it shows up on her slideshow.
You got to be real trustworthy to let somebody have control over your picture frame.
Yeah,
Get the little selfie action.
Cameras are just weird though.
It
Like
is.
it's just a weird concept that you can take something and
freeze
transfer it to
in
something
time.
else.
And it's going to have weight like all that data.
I don't believe that.
and freeze it in time.
Matter,
Yeah.
You're creating matter.
Yeah, I don't think
We
that's
talked about
true.
something on the golf course yesterday. This is totally unrelated, but clouds. It was at trivia that you went to trivia the other night.
Yeah.
What's a cloud weigh? And it's like
You went to trivia?
We ordered pizza from Point Remove to go, and they lost our order because the power went out. And so they were having trivia, and Jeff and them were there. So I sat with them while we waited on our pizza.
I love.
and they asked the question of what's a cloud weigh, and it's some massive amount. But it's like, how does it weigh anything? What does weight mean? This thing is floating in the air,
Water has weight, and it's water.
but the water's down on the ground. Water vapor. Like, how does it have weight? Is it like the atomic weight? I know nothing about science. You're the scientist, but like,
I mean, I think it's just like vapor is still something. I think it's just so spread out. Like if you compact it, then it's like,
okay.
You
all
wish
of that
that a
water
cloud
at
would
one
fall on
time.
your enemies,
But how does it float?
crush them.
because it's just like
wispy.
vapor.
But why does vapor float?
Because it's
'Cause
wispy.
It's lighter,
than the air around it.
It's wispy.
lighter
Because
than
it's
air.
wispy like a ghost.
Do ghosts have weight?
I don't think ghosts are. Well, that's not true. I do think ghosts are real, but
Set you up.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't think ghosts are real, but that'd be a lie. I do think ghosts are real.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think they're
But-
in the Bible.
yeah, I think they just float because of the density of the air.
So it's because it's spread out.
versus I think because I think if you could, in your brain, if you could imagine like grabbing the ends of the cloud
Mm-hmm.
and smushing it together, and then you have just a bucket of water.
Then it rains.
Yeah. When God wrings out the clouds, it
Yeah.
rains.
So I take the shower.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So that is camera day.
I love trivia, by the way.
I do too.
It's so fun.
I happen to. Be
I'm not
having
as
a
good at
time.
it as I used to
It
be,
was
but-
Harry Potter. It was. There was a couple of them that I knew.
I
that
think
was
we've
able
mentioned
to
it
add to the
before, but
team.
Tyler Croning. I'm not sure how you exactly say his last name
He's really
correctly.
Hey Tyler, next time we see you, how do you say your last name?
Hey, we
Yeah,
need to do a
he's
trivia.
told me
We
before.
need to do a
but-
trivia again. That was fun.
Yeah, he's
we
incredible.
we were a formidable opponent.
Yeah, we won a few times.
Lots of.
There was one day we lost to like some young people, younger than us.
You accused them of cheating.
Yeah, they did. I didn't accuse them. It's true. I just stated the facts that they cheated. There's no way they knew that stuff. Continue.
All right. Also today, National Waffle Iron Day. I like a good waffle.
I love a waffle.
Good.
We've had this discussion. Would you rather have a waffle or a pancake?
Pancake,
Waffle.
100%.
See,
Waffle.
and I can't even imagine that would be something that someone would.
And I
think.
don't
Why?
think I can't think the other way.
It's basically the same thing.
I know, but you don't get like the crispy ridges.
I don't like the crispy. I want the fluff. Give me the fluffy
Really?
pancake. Yeah.
What about you, Brandon?
Man, I was just thinking that. I don't.
A waffle,
Like a chocolate chip waffle from Waffle House sounds really good, but if
Dude.
you get a very good like thick pancake, like from a restaurant, those can be very good too.
See, I like, but I like.
It's more of a treat though, because you have to have a waffle iron to get a waffle.
Yeah, you can make a pancake.
You can make
on
a
the
pancake.
sidewalk out
yeah,
here.
You could. Here in about an hour, you probably can make
Yeah.
a pancake.
Yeah, I'm a fan of a Hungry Jack or Pearl Milling homemade pancake over.
Pearl,
like,
is that the new Aunt Jemima?
Yeah, it's Aunt Jemima. Over
R.I.P.
yeah, no doubt. Over like an IHOP pancake. I'm not a fan of an IHOP pancake, really.
I can tell you this though, as a child, there's nothing better. I've seen it in my own kids when we go to a restaurant for breakfast and they order a pancake, and it is just this massive, huge pancake. There's so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
joy.
Yeah.
Oh
in
yeah.
the child's face.
And then you get
Look at
the
this pancake. It's like it's a 50-cent.
the one at Cracker Barrel, and they
Yeah.
bring that little glass thing of the syrup, and it's like burns your hands. Oh, dude.
Yeah. So waffles over pancakes for you
Yeah, I
guys.
would choose a waffle every time.
Belgium. The German. Are they German? Is
First
Belgium?
patent in
Belgium's
USA
not
for a
German.
waffle
Germany.
iron.
It's close.
They're very similar, I
It's
think.
Eastern
I think
Europe.
they sound the same
Is that
when they
Eastern
talk,
or Western?
and their flags are
Eastern
very
Europe.
similar.
Okay.
Belgium.
This even mentions the old Bill Bowerman Oregon track shoe, the waffle shoe, the moon shoe. So waffle irons also created Nike shoes.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Hadn't been for that.
Nike, dude. Just do it.
And this is where our source kind of loses me because they say we're still researching the origins of this. So I don't know that these are actually
Oh yeah.
real.
Speaking of Nike,
yeah,
sorry to
go ahead.
the USA soccer, I think they call it a kit these days, but jersey for those Americans listening, they are so cool.
I haven't watched any of it.
Dude, the home jerseys are like white with red like flag stripes, and then I guess it's away. I think I may have it backwards, but the other ones are like super navy with just like stars. They are sweet.
I watched a little of the Turkey USA match.
Yeah, they kept saying Turkey, and I didn't like that.
That's what it's called, man.
I know, but come on, it's Turkey.
Very egocentric.
Turkey.
Yeah. So about soccer, another issue that I have with soccer is I think offsides is stupid.
Me too.
We watched that part of that match when we knocked a goal in and
I
called it
think-
offsides.
I watched maybe 15 minutes of soccer matches this weekend, and I saw 2 goals get called back due to offsides. And Drew Van Ness and I were talking about it, and it's no different than saying that receiver can't catch that pass because he ran past the
faster than
defender.
everybody.
Because yes, that's so silly. What's
Yeah,
the point?
I
they
think
gotta
I
be at
get
the
it.
same spot when the ball is thrown, and then you can outrun.
Yeah.
the guys.
I get the offsides, but I think it should only apply if they're passing it to you.
If they're passing,
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
because there was one the other day.
The guy's just standing there. Somebody else.
They
scores.
scored.
Oh.
Or the guy got
Oh.
the ball passed to him. He kicks it, gets deflected. This other guy kicks it in, but they said he was offside. And it's like, well, they didn't even pass him the ball. Who cares where he's at?
but why does it matter?
And after a
What's the-
deflection, it shouldn't matter in my.
well, what's the logic
The
of?
snow-
I think
there's
it,
the
it
lob,
keeps you from
but,
just
like,
standing back there the whole
Don't
time.
play defense back there.
I mean,
It would just draw another defender. I think that hey,
Don't guard him.
you know what else gets on my nerves? The hydration
Referees.
break.
hydration break.
Referees get
The hydration.
Oh, that's just for money for commercials.
Yep.
That's why
They
they
gotta
got
have
that in
they gotta
there.
have some.
Because
Yeah.
all these ones they're playing in, I can get it like in the ones they're playing in Mexico because it's like an actual stadium. But as far as I know, the ones that are anywhere where it's actually hot in America are domes that are air conditioned. Like Jerry World is 70 degrees. You don't need a hydration break.
But if somebody wanted to sponsor this podcast, sponsor a hydration break, we would take one. Courtesy.
Oh yeah, I'd
business.
drink a hydration. This isn't my coffee's empty, but
Yeah.
Yeah, hydration.
I'll put
break.
your logo right
Brought
here on
to
the
you.
bottom of the cup.
What other rules
Ground
are there
floor.
in soccer than offsides and out of bounds, and then like you can't tackle somebody?
Handball.
Hand, okay.
I don't know.
Is that pretty much it?
Yeah, I think and like
So it's a
can't,
very
like, tackle.
penalty free. I mean, there's not a whole lot that can.
How do the yellow and red cards work?
I don't know the answer to
I
that.
think it's like you have normal fouls. You have like a common foul, right? I think yellow is like a flagrant 1, red's a flagrant 2
That's a good way
in
to put it.
basketball terms.
like
Just
that.
like complete discretion on giving those out, though. Right?
Yeah, you can have like a normal light touchy foul where they'll
Contact
just
to the head.
basically like reset the ball and go. And then I think a yellow is like that was a common foul, but a little bit too hard. And then red is like you blatantly went and tried to hurt them.
And is that why they act
Why
hurt all
would
the
you
time?
do that? Like if you know you're going to get ejected into
Just
soccer.
Another
Good point,
question.
dude.
Why don't they have flopping rules like the NBA has?
Dude.
They need a little bit of that.
They have started to try to, but I think they should do it every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They had one the other night where they reviewed it and the guy like fell down and grabbed his leg and they showed
Wouldn't
the
even-
replay and he didn't even get touched.
Mm.
And so he got a yellow card for flopping.
Oh, so they did give it a yellow card.
There we go.
But it's like,
It's like, bro, you stopped the entire game because
yeah,
you faked
it's so
this.
bad. It's I know they do some flopping in the NBA, but it's so bad in soccer. But hey, if they can get that together, I think I could start liking it.
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay,
Yeah.
continue. Today is also National Darts Day, which is actually pretty cool. I like a good darts match. I'm no good at
I'm
darts,
terrible.
but I've seen it on like the Ocho and stuff, and there are
Like
some folks.
501 game, is that what it is?
Yeah, well, I mean, darts.
Have you played that?
I have. I think they have a 180 game, but just darts.
Yeah.
You see a guy who's good at his craft. A guy that can throw a dart is doing stuff. I'm
They-
trying to hit the board, and they're trying to hit a sliver.
Growing up, one of our buddies his parents they had a room above the garage with a pool table, and then they bought a dartboard, and that was an awful, awful choice. They had to replace the
Yeah, and
drywall around
that's the problem is, here there's nowhere to go play darts where you had at a a pub in a big city or something
Yeah.
like that. You have somebody's poor parents' drywall.
Yeah. And they were like, how did there get holes in the ceiling? And I was like,
Yeah.
it's got a little crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
You have sharp objects to,
Playing
to
60-yard
adolescent
darts.
boys.
Yeah. I
playing
know.
darts from across the room.
Yeah. It's like, let's see how many holes we can make.
Yeah. That's a lot more fun than hitting something that's designed to be hit.
Yeah.
No, darts is fun. Drew Van Ness and Brandon Brown in college, they went to UA Fort Smith. We used to go up there and they had a dartboard
I
in their,
could
in their
see
little
Drew being
apartment.
good at
and it
darts.
was fun. We played 501 and it was fun.
Yeah.
One time I drove up there. I had a motorcycle in college and we were on fall break. They didn't have fall break up there. And I just went up there with no money or anything on my motorcycle. Drove my motorcycle from Conway to Fort
Nice.
Smith and lived in their apartment for several days with literally nothing.
That's fun. It's a good
And
time.
we played darts.
Yeah.
Darts and I think I took my computer and played Counter-Strike
Oh, yeah.
on PC.
Nice.
Based on when this gets uploaded, you can celebrate National Darts Day by watching some darts events today on TV, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can.
What's Twitch?
I don't know. I don't have Twitch. It's like a streaming. Video
Like watch
streaming.
people play video games?
I think so.
Is
Something
that where
like
people
that.
watch that?
I think
Yeah,
so.
like that.
Yeah.
Gross.
Today is National Almond Butter Crunch Day.
That doesn't
There's
exist.
got to be. We can get a Lighthouse Day if there's an almond butter crunch
Yep.
day.
What is almond butter crunch?
It is like toffee type of thing.
Love.
It's like peanut brittle?
Well, it actually says some people refer to butter crunch as toffee, but there are a few differences. Toffee is a dessert that became popular in the 19th century.
Where's toffee come from?
England.
Ain't really?
Mhm.
I figured that'd be like an Italian thing.
Nope. Like most foods that came from England, colonists brought the recipe for toffee to the New World. Almonds became, American toffee is butter crunch. We changed it
I like that they
Toffee.
still call it the New World.
to toffee.
Do they?
I mean, apparently there was people here way there was Europeans here way before that,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, from my
Oh, hey.
research.
It is National Lightning Safety Week, if you didn't know.
Lightning
Careful.
safety.
Yep.
Don't be outside when it's lightning.
Careful. Where is the birthday?
It's your birthday.
The birthdays and events. Let's breeze through these. I'm going to start screening these a little bit.
Go, shawty. It's your birthday.
The man who founded the Mayo Clinic was born on this date in 1861. William James Mayo.
Good job, Mr. Mayo.
Thanks,
I
Mr.
thought
Mayo.
it was just like we're dealing with people's hearts because they've been eating too much mayo.
Too much mayo.
So we just call it the Mayo Clinic.
Man, today's kind of scarce.
Scarce. That's okay.
1952, first Miss Universe pageant is held on this date. 1956.
How do you
the
call it
federal-
Miss Universe? You got aliens showing up for
Oh,
this?
I don't know about that.
They say this is bleep bloop from Artemis 1.
Yeah, I think that's pretty.
Man, what a scarce day.
Just shows you the truth, you know. We've been
Yeah.
calling it Miss Universe forever
Because
because it is.
Yeah, I agree. Because there's no, bleep bloop's not a real thing. Bleep bloop's just a demon.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing some pre-research, get some better stuff on here. But
Yeah.
National Federal Highway Safety Act 1956 was signed, and Apple released its first mobile phone on this day in 2000. And
10,
wrong.
8,
Nope.
7,
Hold on.
2.
4.
It's 7?
2007 was the first iPhone.
I guess so. I don't know that that's
That
true though,
makes
because I was
sense.
out of high school then, and I feel like I had high school friends that had iPhones.
Well, I mean, they probably didn't get it.
No,
right
you
off the
remember.
cutting edge.
I remember at
Nelson-
Nokia.
Nelson Darnell had the first iPhone.
Blake Robinson had the first one I knew of. And I remember thinking, also preface this with don't take any investment advice from me. Because I remember seeing this iPhone and being like, what? Why would you want all that on your phone?
And now everybody has one.
There's
But
no
now-
buttons,
Yeah.
which is dumb. Why would you want all that?
Yep.
Just call people.
Now,
Same thing with
now if you
texting.
call me, I don't want to talk to
Yeah,
you.
same thing with texting. Why
That's
would
not
you
true.
Send me a text.
Why would you spend the time to type out a message when you could just call somebody?
Yep.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
Well, I've lost a lot of them. I'm glad I wasn't an investor in any
There's
of
a
this
race
stuff.
too later.
It's too hot to race today.
I'm racing up a basketball gym.
Well,
That is it for the days.
what are you reading and what are you learning, boys?
Me first.
Sure.
I don't know. I learned a whole lot, but the last 7 days of my quiet time, we were breezing through most of the minor prophets. So just a lot of minor profiteering.
I feel bad for those guys.
Yeah, they all had
It's
really.
like, come on, dude. Why I got to be minor?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
important
true
too.
Well, you only write one chapter. It's like Jeremiah wrote 50
Say,
something.
let me be just at least like normal.
Yeah, we
You got major prophets and
Amos, Obadiah, Jonah. Read through Jonah, which is kind of a different story. It's more of a narrative than a prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
But that guy, I'm not a fan of Jonah.
you're not a fan.
No,
He was kind of a turd the whole
he was
way
a turd the whole thing. He
Yeah.
was disobedient, and he's like, "Fine, just kill me. I'd rather be dead than do this."
Yeah.
You don't identify with any of that at all?
Yeah, I identify with a lot of it, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the Jonah deal that they were, which I learned this not super long ago. Greg had mentioned it, but they were worshiper in Nineveh. They worshiped Dagon, which was like this god that was depicted as a fish.
I didn't know that.
And so then Jonah, through his whole deal, getting swallowed by the fish and then spit out and going and telling them about it, like, that's why they listened to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
The,
Interesting.
He's been through the belly of the fish.
In the movie Pinocchio, did they get eaten by a whale?
I think so.
Okay, so this is just one of the reasons why I think it matters what we show our kids, because the things they see stick with them through life. But there's a scene in that movie when they're in the belly of the fish.
Yeah.
And it's this big cavernous thing. And so in my brain, even not lately, but even up through young adulthood, you think about being in the belly of a fish, when in reality, you're kind of probably like a...
Yeah, that's not very comfortable. Yeah, you're not sitting around.
Same thing in the VeggieTale Jonah.
They're in a belly.
There's a whole choir of in there.
Like I think in Pinocchio, there's a boat in there.
Yeah,
and
that's...
you know, but it's like you're like
Yeah, visuals matter.
Yeah, it's like you're in the intestines.
you're in the guts of this fish, kind of like almost like a baby, an unborn child.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So 3 days of that, it's like 3 days in a cavern. That's not that bad, but 3 days actually in the stomach of a fish is
it'd be
pretty
pretty
rough.
Yeah, I don't think I'd enjoy that.
Okay. Have y'all heard the conspiracy that Jonah died in the well?
I don't know.
I've not heard that, but I could see that being the case.
Yeah, it's something I come across like last week, and I haven't looked at it very closely yet. So I'm going to preference all of that with that.
Yeah.
But it was talking about him dying in the well, and then it as another like figure pointing towards Christ because of the 3-day mark and everything like that.
That makes
too.
sense.
But
I don't know. I feel like if you put one of us in the belly of a fish for 3 days, it's probably going to end in death.
Yeah.
Probably not much
Who knows if
oxygen.
he died or didn't die? But I mean, figuratively speaking, it's definitely a picture
Makes sense.
of God or Jesus.
I mean, and something they talked about was like, if that is the case, it even like makes what God did even bigger too, And so, but I haven't looked at it that closely, but I just saw that recently, and I thought it was interesting.
I'm gonna lean
not
towards-
saying it's true.
I'm going to lean towards it's not, because otherwise it would have said Jonah died. But
That's true.
And I think if God sends a fish to swallow you and he wants you not to die, he'll protect you in the fish's
agree.
belly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, still interesting.
yeah,
Nice.
that's
You know,
cool.
every time the fish opens his mouth to eat something, you just get swashed with
Yeah.
dirty seawater. Rough.
That fish is probably pretty full.
Feel
I don't
like-
know, maybe-
I feel like Jonah wished he had died. Probably.
It's like, man, I should have just gone to Nineveh.
Should have just gone to flipping Nineveh.
Yeah.
So that's what we're through minor prophecies now. About to start
Nice.
Psalms and Proverbs, which will be
Nice.
a little bit of a reprieve.
Proverbs.
Ooh, he brought a book.
Well, this is what I'm reading through right now. I've had this sitting on my desk for quite some time. It's Money and Possessions in Eternity. Money, Possessions in Eternity by Randy Alcorn. And so,
Cool.
Randy Alcorn. But he's not a financial guy. He's coming from more of a theological based position of what the Bible says about money. And so I'm in chapter 1. It's going to be a good read. There's a little study guide at the end that I'm going to work through too. Alex and I are going to do it together. But just talking about having money in the right position in your house, how you look at it, the difference in the poor woman and the rich man, the parables, and how Jesus, it definitely matters, the heart attitude with you and your money. And so, I don't know when it started, but I think culturally there's been this push, and it starts from the enemy, really, of this duality of life, of like your faith and business, like making decisions. It's a business decision, and that should like free you up from any sort of morality or ethics that go along with it. And I know the way we think is completely different than that. Like, when you're doing your business, you should be reflecting your faith. And so it's kind of how we try to do it. But I don't know, this would be good and a refresher for me on some of this thinking and stuff. And so I'm excited about starting to read through that, and I'll try to do my best to talk about it as we go through it. But
Nice. Nice. What about you, Brandon?
Man, so I've read some Proverbs and some Psalms, and just something I picked up on recently was, I probably thought about it before, but just how direct David is in like confessing sin, and also just like talking and asking things from the Lord. Like I just felt like he's very direct with all of that.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, I think like back to what I'd said earlier about do not be deceived. And just reading through, it's kind of worked out where in our life group, we're going through Revelation, and then just in my normal daily quiet time, I'm also going through Revelation, and there's just continues to be this, this same thing of like being set apart and being, like countercultural, I guess is the word, that it's like, in each of these, especially in the first couple chapters where he's writing the letters to the churches, in each of those, like it's like you're doing good, doing these things, and it seems like in all of them, there's some aspect of the culture that's like infiltrating into their church. And so it's like, we have to, I mean, from the very beginning back in, I guess, Exodus, it's like be set apart. Like that's what you are made to be. That's why you are my people, to be holy and set apart and not just like everything else, just like all the rest of the groups. Like you are supposed to be different.
Yeah.
So act like it. And so I think that like it's just something that that just keeps coming back up is to be set apart and not be cozying up to the culture just because you want to be liked, I guess. So.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Also, to rebuttal what I said, Jonah has a prayer from inside the fish, so I'm going to say that conspiracy theory is not true.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's pretty obvious there.
Sure. Any parenting wins or fails?
I kept a kid alive. So
Yeah, that is
a
a
win.
win.
You did successfully use an epinephrine pen.
And who knew there's anything in vanilla homemade ice cream that you can
Oh, did we even talk about what? Oh,
You
I didn't touch on
address
that. Yeah, so what we kind of determined with the help of Jenny, kind of TJ's wife, was kind of helping. We were talking to them about it because we
we have similarly allergic children.
So he has reacted to Johnny's vanilla ice cream before and Freddie's vanilla ice cream before. Not to that degree, but like just hives. And we had kind of just chalked that up to cross-contamination with those places that make peanut butter stuff. And so didn't think anything about, this was homemade ice cream. Obviously, Bailey knew exactly what was in it, and there was no cross-contamination because it was the first time we used this homemade ice cream maker in a very long time, and she cleaned it and everything beforehand. And so we kind of figured out, we think it's eggs, like raw eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was custard. Those are custard. TJ and Jenny kind of put that together. Those are custard places that he reacted to. And so Bailey and I were thinking, like, where else would he have had raw eggs ever? Or like uncooked eggs?
bad,
it's like probably never.
This custard is the best of the creams.
Yeah. And so we think that's it, but we'll be making some phone calls and figuring it out. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Sweet. What about you?
Nothing that I can recall on other than, this week's been a little weird because we've had kids all over.
Yeah.
Like we hadn't had a bunch of kids
Yeah.
since Thursday night. Last night was the first night probably since Tuesday that they were all in my house. And so.
Did Drew do well going to camp by himself?
Did great. He did great. Came back sick, which is not good. But he's adventurous, and now Wes wants to go. So I don't know if that's a parenting win or a parenting fail. But now I'm gonna probably have to write another check to summer camp, which is.
Do they just have them all throughout the summer?
Yeah, they have several every week. For the summer, there's a week to term 1, term 2, term 3.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was
He's
like
going
different
to-
ages.
He's going to baseball camp overnight at Harding.
Oh, yeah. That'd be
next
cool.
week, and then the next week he says he wants to go. So it's a good time. I mean, that's a good camp. That's and even for the fact that I like for him to see that the church, Christ Church, is big, and that there's more than just the people at our church that follow Jesus, and more than but that there are young men, athletes following Christ, and just a week without their TV and iPads and video games, I think is a huge win too. Now Drew came back sick, so all the TV he didn't watch that week, he watched yesterday.
Made up for it in one
But
day.
he made up for it in one day. But he had a week of just reading your Bible and playing with your buddies and being outside. That's a parenting win.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if it's a win necessarily, but I think it is personally. I was gone last week, and I had said something. I was talking to Casey on the phone. Casey's my wife, by the way. And I had said something about missing them, and she said that Deacon said something to her about missing me.
Oh.
And I was like, man, I hate that for him, but that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad you're sad that I'm gone.
Yeah.
But that felt good. And then last night, so they'd gone to the church library the other day checked out a couple books, and checked out a DVD, which is old school. It was like a VeggieTales DVD, which I'm sure one of these streaming deals that we pay for has it on there.
Maybe.
But, and so I was asking him like about it. Is it good? Whatever. And he was like, oh yeah, it's great. And I said, well, what'd you learn from it? And he said, well, it's just a show.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, but you should learn things like the stories you read and the shows you watch. Like you should learn from those things. And he like thought about it for a minute, and he said, well, I guess I learned that you should make yourself do hard things and not quit when you're not good at something.
Oh,
Well,
and I
that's
was
cool.
like, I was just like, what? You know, like, holy cow. And he was like, yeah, it was a VeggieTale deal. And he was like, Larry started out and he just was really, really bad at, I don't know what, he said really, really bad at it. And I haven't seen the show, so I don't know exactly what it is that he's bad at. But he's like, but he didn't quit and he just kept going and he ended up winning.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, all
Sweet.
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
So
did do one
that
thing
felt
yesterday.
cool.
That's awesome.
I introduced my oldest son to strict push-ups.
Strict push-ups?
Well, just like
yeah.
not little kid push-ups, but like adult push-ups. And Jenny texted me about 30 minutes ago and said he's very sore today. There's a difference between doing these
Yeah, the old
butt-up push-ups. He did like
bottom.
5
We
yesterday.
say bottom. Booty.
We
What's your mouth?
Once again, when Deacon has words, it comes
I
from
know,
that.
yeah, every time.
Well, that one, you know,
Yeah.
it's all in.
Yeah, it's okay.
all in your. We don't call people that, but we can refer to that as
Sure. I mean,
your rear end.
yeah,
Now
one of these days.
yeah, my kids are a little older.
We should start saying rear end. That'd really be fun.
Your
rear,
rear.
end up push-ups, and
Yeah.
you kind of roll your momentum
end
into
up.
it. So it's like, hey, look straight ahead, go slow down and slow up, and it was, so
like,
that was
this is so much harder.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Jenny said his arms are very sore today.
I'm sure. Brandon, what about you, bud? You got any wins or fails?
No, we struggled with listening and obeying this
yep.
weekend. So we
Yep. You'll
we
have
got to,
that.
I wouldn't say it's a win, but we dealt with that a lot. So
Yeah, there's a lot of days that phrase is repeated. Listen
just-
and obey.
just
Listen
like
and obey.
swimming,
Yeah.
wanting cookies and wanting more and not
Yeah.
eating food, just all over the
It's time to
place,
obey.
You know?
Make a good choice. Listen and obey.
Yeah.
Over and over and over. Do you have a health tip?
Man, I was thinking emergency funds.
Oh yeah,
Are big time.
Big time.
For like health insurance and then probably all y'all's areas too for when stuff goes wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not TJ's.
Oh, yeah,
but
you
maybe
gotta have
they
emergency
are.
fund.
Yeah.
AC goes out, roof hail damage. I mean,
Yeah.
insurance deductibles. You gotta have some buffer.
Yeah, I
some
mean,
margin.
and then in the insurance side, if you have a healthy emergency fund, then you can afford to have a higher deductible on your auto and home policies, which then in turn makes your auto and home policies cost less. So you're just, if something happens, you have the money to take care of it. But if nothing happens, you're spending less money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Probably one of the biggest complaints you hear about insurance is I paid for insurance my whole life and never used it.
Yeah. It's
You
like,
know?
well, if you got an emergency fund, then keep that
You-
deductible high.
Pay less for.
And then be
Insurance.
mad when something does happen. And you're like,
$10,000.
big old deductible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, well, yeah, that's part of it. Yeah.
So yeah, simple but
Yeah.
big and important, kind of for not just health insurance but everything.
So what's a healthy emergency fund? Well, I'm glad you asked.
As a financial planner, I'm gonna push that question back to yourself there.
Yeah. A healthy emergency fund. So what I tell my clients is that you always hear 3 to 6 months of expenses is a good emergency fund. And it's like, okay, well, what do you do with that? So if you kind of drill down a little bit further, if you imagine that you have two people in your household earning incomes in separate types of industries. So say you got a banker and a teacher. Then you want to look at what you're closer on the spectrum of 3 months of living expenses. It's not necessarily income, but what's it cost to float your boat, keep the house running for 3 months? Yeah, it's not a small dollar amount, but you're closer to that range of 3 months. And if you're a single household income earner, or one person earning an income in your household, then you're going to be closer to 6 months. for what you need, because you got to think through sickness. If you can't work,
Injury.
how do you pay the bills? Injury, losing a job, life happens. And so what the emergency fund is there for is you've got something to dip into, so you're not relying on credit cards and things like that and create that debt spiral. And so 3 to 6 months of expenses, depending on where your income comes from in your household, will kind of give you an idea of where you fall in that spectrum.
Nice.
Yeah.
Word.
Good one.
Word.
Does Alex have a movie review for
Oh,
us this
man.
time? We need
Text
to.
him.
I don't have.
Your phone's back
Oh.
here. We need to holler at him.
I didn't even think about it.
I was thinking, which I'll tell him when he
I
gets
was thinking
down
your
here,
hair is
but-
very swoopy today.
Well, I think that too. So once it gets to a certain length, the pomade just doesn't do good.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I had to go. So I was supposed to get my hair cut last week, but I was out of town, so I'm a week behind. And so then I had to go.
Are you on a schedule?
Yeah.
Nice.
So then I had to
You got
go
a running
with,
appointment?
Uh-huh.
Man.
So then I had to go with with the hair dryer hairspray approach because it gets too long to where it doesn't.
Yeah. Are you on a running appointment or just when it happens?
When I side of my head starts to look really gray, I go get a haircut.
I noticed I got a spot in my beard that's really getting gray, and I think this week of
Are you getting close to that now? Or
Oh, I stay there. Like
Yeah.
for right here, yeah.
It fades in well.
Well,
I think-
my sideburns start to get real spriggly and they're gray, and so that's when I know I got to go tighten it back up.
I think this week of staying up late, sleeping on an air mattress, and dealing with high school kids really expedited my grayness of my beard.
You're gray. Well,
We did get to
What'd
take
you think of
showers,
Norm-
an
you've been in-
actual shower.
You've been to
They had
Norman
a shower
lot.
trailer.
Y'all been to Norman several times, huh? Or was it your
Yeah.
first time to Norman?
I've been
What'd you think about Norman? Cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Just a
we didn't get
small,
to like,
big city?
go around a lot, but what's cool, the church we stayed at, they have like a separate. It's called the annex, but it's like a separate building for like the youth, I guess. And it's cool. It's like a big open building, open room. It's got like a little part that's sectioned off with a basketball court. And so it's a cool place, but. It's right up the road from OU's campus.
uh-huh.
Oh, you
So
campus is nice.
I ran a lot. I ran 3 days while I was there, and so I just got to go or like run through the campus and stuff.
Did
Yeah.
you see Jenny's statue?
No, I tried to get out on the field.
Just at you?
I was the first day I went
never
running.
know.
I went around the football stadium, and there's like a gate that was open. It said no trespassing, so I didn't just walk in. But I was like, I spent some time looking for like a maintenance person or something to be like, hey, can I just? I'm not going to do anything. I just want to walk down to the field and take a picture, and then I'll leave. But no one came
It's
by.
a nice campus.
Yeah, it
Very
really
nice.
is nice. A lot of brick. I like some good brick, like the brick concrete topper, combo.
Mm-hmm.
It looks nice.
Yeah. I'm a fan
nice.
of that look too.
Yeah,
Looks good.
nice. I
Well.
figured. I think I saw Brent Venable's truck,
Oh,
which it could have been anybody, but it was like 9:00 at night. Super, super nice truck parked like right in the front door of the stadium,
uh-huh.
like where like the offices and stuff are.
Yeah.
And I was like, I bet that's him.
Maybe.
But I didn't go like knock.
Logan
on it.
just made it on TV.
Yeah. Alex,
Whoa. Hey,
Where did you come from?
welcome.
Whoa.
snuck in.
Gen Z movie review. I did it again.
Movie.
There's
Movie
something about
review.
movie and review next to it. I always want to say movie.
Movie
Movie
reviews.
review.
Little tongue twister.
Just means he's
Okay.
live.
We are live. All right. What was your movie from last week?
I watched Mission Impossible.
Mission
Okay.
MI1.
Yes, 1996. It was 30 years old this year.
There you go.
Yeah. What'd you think about it?
It was a good movie. I liked it.
Okay. I thought so too. Give us a plot synopsis.
Yeah, so it follows so there's this group called the IMF, Impossible Missions Force, and
I never knew what that stood for.
I also didn't know. I thought it would be
I had to
like
look it up.
Federation or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had to look it up. But
Real creative name.
yeah, it follows Tom Cruise or Ethan Hunt. Originally, they're trying to find the whole movie's surrounded or what it talks about the knock list. So it's like a list of undercover CIA agents, their real names and then their code names. And so the first mission, this guy named Jim Phelps leads them, and Ethan Hunt, or Tom Cruise, is just an agent. And they go in, and they're trying to find a traitor, someone selling the knock list. And the mission goes wrong. Everyone ends up apparently getting killed besides Ethan Hunt. And so they find out that it was a setup, the whole mission to find a mole in the CIA. And because Ethan Hunt's the only one left alive, they assume it's him. And so now he's got to prove his innocence. And he goes through an arms dealer named Max that the real mole is using. And he reaches out, figures out that they're looking for the knock list. And so he breaks into the CIA headquarters and steals the real list and sells it to this arms dealer in exchange for the identity of the real mole. And then it kind of ends with they go on this train to London where he meets the arms dealer, but he also has the what's the word? The like director of the CIA with him to kind of meet there and trap the arms dealer, and they have the mole who ends up being Jim Phelps, a guy that
What a twist.
Yeah,
Yep.
he leads the original mission and then fakes his death.
He's the mole.
And it ends up being him. And so, they find out kind of all that, and then they get the arms dealer all in one there at the end.
Nice.
So it's a
What
pretty
was
good
your main
twist.
takeaway?
Oh, my main takeaway?
Trust no one.
Yeah, that was it. That's what I was going to say. I mean, you got to be careful who you trust, you know.
Nice.
Can't take them at face value.
Yeah.
Got to earn it.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I can remember watching that when it came out and having no clue what was going
Yep,
on.
me too.
Being 7, 8 years old.
Still have it on VHS.
And it's like, that movie was great, but I have
Like
no
all your-
idea what happened.
What's
Just
exciting for you
action.
is the action.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the train fight.
The
Remember
story
train
means
fight?
nothing.
Yeah, that helicopter
The
like
one where
almost
they-
cuts his face on the
Yeah.
train.
That was awesome. You really have to follow it, too.
Uh-huh.
You can't just...
Yeah, it's
like,
not
I
a
rewinded
casual
it
watch.
probably 1,000 times. Like, wait, what just happened? Who
Yeah.
is this?
It's not a casual watch, but it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had a PlayStation game,
Yeah, they
I remember
did.
that, and
PlayStation
I
2
didn't know
game.
how that game worked either.
PlayStation 1.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
You had to dress
You
up
could
as
throw
a.
that,
You
and you
could
could
put
throw
people's face
that
on.
throw that gum against stuff to blow stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I may go back and watch that.
Yeah.
Bailey said she'd never seen it. We were into Bourne. She really
Oh,
likes
yeah.
the Bourne identity.
Yeah, those
movies.
are great. If you haven't watched those are great.
Yeah,
Not too long ago we watched all the
Bourne.
Mission Impossibles.
Mission Impossible 2 is my favorite.
Well, watching, but I used to be my favorite, and then I watched it again not too long ago.
Just Tom Cruise is
Like,
such a
this
dork.
is not that good.
You didn't like it?
No, the
I
fighting.
liked Ving Rhames
the
in that
fighting
movie.
was cool in like when it came out, but now it's like this looks kind of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Ving Rhames is a good addition to the whole series, though. I like
That
him.
punk put a hole in my Versace.
Yeah, I didn't know what a Versace was at the
Yeah, I
time.
didn't either, but I just always remember that.
Versace.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
Good
Well,
stuff.
on a scale of 1 to 10 lighthouses, what do you give Mission Impossible 1?
We'll give it a 7.9.
7.9.
Real
Okay.
good movie,
disappointing.
Yeah. Just not.
We'll
not-
leave it right below the 8.
Yeah, it's
Eight
not
mark.
elite. I see.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, before we started recording, I was thinking yesterday of Rush Hour. Have you watched Rush Hour?
Jackie
I'm
Chan and Chris Tucker.
Yeah, I think
No,
that's
it's fine.
one that's a good one for next week.
Okay, Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
And
It's
then-
like a comedy, but it's like a action at
comedy.
the same time.
All right, we'll get that one down. We'll
It's
do
gonna be
it.
a lot lighter than the last few you've watched.
That's a good one.
You're not gonna have to pay super close attention to this.
Yeah, that one's more just fun.
I like it.
And the Truman Show needs to be at the top of your
Oh
list. too.
yeah, let's do that. Watch the Truman Show instead.
We're gonna do that one.
Yeah,
That's more culturally
to prepare
impactful.
yourself.
I
Go ahead and
still,
prepare
I
yourself.
still think about that movie.
Me
a lot.
too. Me too.
And then you need to really watch Beverly Hills Ninja. But
Is that Chris Farley?
Chris
Yeah.
Farley, yeah.
Yeah.
When you said Rush Hour, they just popped in my
Oh
head.
yeah.
And
I
then
know.
watch Beverly Hills Cop, and then watch,
And then watch
Beverly.
Shanghai Noon.
Yeah,
And then watch
Shanghai Noon's
Kindergartner Cop.
Kindergarten Cop's great too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we could do this show for literally forever
Because we don't really do anything. Just
and
jabber.
just make. I mean, the list of movies is endless.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not literally endless, but we would never get to the end of it.
Dusty Slade says we need to stop making movies.
Yeah, because they're just recycling stuff that's already happened.
So let's just take a 10-year break.
Yeah, start again.
Yeah. It's funny. He's about to release it, and he says it about all things creative. And he was about to release his book or special or something. He's like, after that,
Yeah,
like, we'll release that.
It was
We'll
like
let that be the
his
last
book
one.
is in November. He was like, after November, we need to take a 10-year break. Yeah.
Dude, comics have it worse than any type of entertainer.
Yeah.
If you're an author, people will reread your book. If you're a musician, people
true.
will buy
Re-listen.
the greatest hits album.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to hear the same joke over
Yeah,
and over.
you're like, I already know.
You get
what's gonna
one
happen.
shot at the joke, and then you got to come up with new jokes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
I got
tough.
a respect for the comedian because you can tell the same joke to multiple people, but at some point, everybody's heard your joke. You got to come up with something new. It's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, anything else? Do we have anything anyone would like to add? Anything?
Is there anything else? We've been
I
in
don't
an
think
hour
so.
and a
Yeah,
half.
we've been going. Well, that's all for today. Be set apart. Don't be deceived. Have an emergency fund. And we hope you have a case of the Mondays.